Hey everybody, Mitchell Reichert, CEO of June Group. I am here at the Women Now conference put on by the Ad Club in Tribeca, New York City, and I am here with Diego Scotti of Verizon. So nice to meet you.
Great to be here. Thank you, Mitchell.
Thanks so much for coming. So tell us a little bit about your diverse career. Apparently financial services, fashion, all kinds of things.
Well, yeah, I mean, I started my career at American Express. I was there for 15 years, then 3 years at Vogue magazine, 3 years at J. Crew as their CMO, and then now almost 4 years at Verizon. And people do ask me a lot about, well, that's a lot of diversity. And somebody told me when I was at my first job, they said, listen, the best way of building your career is just by collecting as many experiences as you can, as opposed to thinking about your career as I work in this company or in that industry.
The discipline of branding and marketing, I guess, is the same across different industries. Do you take the same approach when you're at a fashion company as you do when you're at Verizon, or is it different?
Well, I mean, obviously, each industry and brand have their own, idiosyncrasies and specific items that should be considered. But consumers are consumers. The basics around what it means to create a personal connection between that bond that happens between a brand and a consumer are the same wherever you go. And it's interesting because all of the businesses that I had the opportunity to work with or for, they had a very strong a component of emotional connection between the brand or the product and the consumer.
So we're here at the Women Now conference. Let's talk a little bit about diversity. How do you, as a manager of the marketing operation of these big companies, how do you create a diverse, empowering environment for your team members?
I would say that the two approaches that have worked for us and have been our guiding principles are, number one, it needs to start with, are we recruiting in the right way? Are we recruiting with the lenses of diversity? And I don't mean diverse only in terms of gender, cultural diversity, but across the board. Are we recruiting individuals that bring that diversity in? The second part is, are we creating the right conditions and the right environment within our teams for people that are diverse to stay, to grow, to develop, and to thrive. It's interesting because some companies put more emphasis on one or the other. We believe that you have to do both.
You're a young person coming into this industry, a man or a woman looks at you, you've had this amazing career. What advice do you have for them to get from where they are to the chair that you're sitting in now?
I would say, first of all, never allowed any of the things that can be perceived as deficiencies. Like, I always think about my accent. I never thought about my accent as something that will hurt me. I always thought about something that it will give me an advantage. I never let it get on the way. So never let any of those things become something that holds you back. And the second thing that is something that I'm seeing a lot is that people jump from jobs to jobs so much these days. I think that's something that the younger generations are at least it's different from my generation.
Right.
And it's difficult to develop a career when you're just jumping around so much in terms of how do you really build experience. What it has worked for me is deep commitment, a lot of hard work, and I know that sometimes those things sound like cheesy, but a lot of hard work and persevering. I think if you want to make a mark, if you want to make an impact, you gotta work hard, and the impact will come. So I guess that's the best advice that I have for today.
Wow, good advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Thank you.
Nice to chat with you.
Thank you.